Well, it's December, it's the holiday season, and here in Seneca Falls, that means it's a Wonderful Life Festivals this weekend, and we can expect thousands of runners through our streets for the 9th annual It's a Wonderful Run 5K coming up this Saturday at dusk. And hey, guess what? I'm joined by two race organizers, Tina Rook, Kevin Korzaneski. First of all, congratulations on such an outstanding event. This is the 9th year. And how much did you guys raise for charity last year around here, local charities?
I think it's just a hair above 50,000.
Just a hair above 50,000.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, we're pretty happy about it.
And so who are some of the big beneficiaries of?
The biggest is the House of Concern.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's been 6 years. This is our 9th year, like you said. And I think 6 or 7 of those years, sorry I don't have the facts, but we've given them a check for $10,000. Mm-hmm. So they're the number one primary recipient of It's a Wonderful Run donation money.
Yeah.
And certainly a very deserving charity.
Absolutely.
Very important.
Yeah, it was very important to keep things local. So we try to do a lot of things that are mainly in Seneca Falls, but we do go outside to Waterloo and a couple other different places too. We just wanted to make sure the money stayed in our neighborhood.
Yeah, keep the money in the community. We kind of feel shop local and donate local, and really out of the 4,000 or 5,000 people that are coming, 600-700 might be local, but a lot of people come from a lot of different places and put a lot of money into this town. Even through the race registration, we do a donation page on our website that people can just donate $1 to $5 up to $100, and that helps the scholarship money for Miners Academy. Last year, we gave $8,000 to total
$2,000 scholarships.
$2,000 scholarships to 4 different
for graduating
seniors at Miners Academy, and so people just really believe in what we're doing, and in the holiday season, dig down in their pockets, and it's kind of has a huge effect on the community. We haven't done a study yet or anything like that, officially, but when you're giving away close to $50,000 year in and year out.
Well, the people come to town, they come for the festival as well, and it just enhances the whole festival, and really Saturday afternoon, it's downtown Seneca Falls seems like Times Square, and it's amazing. And on top of just the sheer numbers, it's the generally the thing that gets me is that everybody's just so happy.
Yeah.
Like it's like the 20 minutes before that race starts has to be the happiest 20 minutes of the year, and feel like Christmas. Some people I guess don't like Christmas.
Yeah, a lot of people tell us, through Facebook messages and emails, and that it kind of kicks off their holiday season.
Yeah.
It's kind of the perfect time to get your mind focused on what the holiday season's about. So I think it does set the mood for all of our runners. And we got the music playing, and everybody's very. When you go to any race, you can go to a race in the middle of August, and people are upbeat and friendly.
But you throw in the Christmas and the Christmas music and the costumes and the bridge and maybe snow. It's like it's supposed to be a nice day, partly sunny, 30, but like a 30-40% chance of snow.
We don't talk weather.
Well, I think the best year was the year that we got about a foot of snow right during the start of the race.
As race directors, it was the hardest year, but looking back on it, certainly the best year.
Yeah, people said it was, we did have a lot of no-shows, obviously, because of the weather, but people did say, the people who did do it said it was their favorite. So, it's unbelievable.
Well, it's always unbelievable. It's always great. So, and the purpose of this podcast is to let people who are coming, whether they're first time or 9 times, what to expect, where to park, just details to make the thing run a lot more efficiently and give them some info. So I guess before we get to that, you have some new merchandise.
Got some merch I want to show off here. Top Stitch and Joe Woodworth has done our merchandise for about 4 years now. And I was over at the shop today, and I brought some stuff down. We'll have some leftover hats from last year for sale. We always,
and new stuff
if we have extra stuff, we put it in storage, and we kind of put a clearance rack out. Again, all this money that we get making the merchandise goes towards these scholarships and such. So I want to show some of the stuff we got off. First of all, we're out of those. We're out of these, but these were great last year. This is the It's a Wonderful Run wine glass. It's full of water here. And at the end of the night, when we're working hard on race week, we like to unwind with a glass of water. I got a pint glass here. That's empty.
Is that new?
And this is brand new. This is new merchandise. And on that, you can see I got to turn around. Remember, no man is a failure. For a man it's on my shirt as well.
Just
who
read
has
it.
friends that run. It's a wonderful run, Bedford Falls. My shirt says the same thing. See that?
Yeah, I like that.
I like the George Bailey on that. Joe does a great job. I got another shirt here. My favorite's coming after this shirt here. This is the ugly sweater shirt here. I don't have prices on the stuff, but you can check on our website on our store. And the stuff I'm showing you now will be available on race day. This merchandise. This is my favorite here. I'm going to go up and down here. It's a Wonderful Run tights. You can't beat the deal on these. We dropped our price point from last year. I think these are $45.
Yeah.
And they don't make them in men's, but you might see me running around in these on Saturday morning up and down the leg. But we got a lot of great merchandise for sale. So if you're interested, our store does real well. Oh, Tina's got some merchandise too. Yeah, that's my favorite thing
this is our favorite thing.
What you got there, Tina?
So this is an ornament. Look at the cool box. The box is almost as cool as the ornament.
Felt box, right?
Felt box, yeah, like Costanza. It's a wonderful run. I think to myself, it's a wonderful run. So these are hand painted.
Can you say that? I think to myself.
Kevin can say it.
It's a wonderful
run.
You gotta do it in
yeah.
melody, I think.
So. Yeah, ornaments, real big sellers for us. There's a lot of new items this year. If you haven't had a chance to go online and check out our store, please do. Joe usually brings a couple of surprises on race day as well, so be sure to check out his stand. At registration, you'll see it. It's hard to miss. And come support, just obviously everything goes to charities, so whatever you guys can do, we'd appreciate it.
So usually about this time you start to get a feel of it, and it usually has grown year to year, but I think this might be the biggest one yet in terms of numbers. Like you're ahead of the game.
We're ahead of the game.
Yeah, and you can never tell because of weather and stuff, but all signs point towards we're still growing, and that's great. I was talking to our timing company, Leone Timing, today, and some races this year and last year have grown stagnant and got smaller.
Because it's oversaturation. There's just so many.
There is
right?
a lot.
There's a ton. Every weekend you can do a race. And so we feel very privileged and blessed that so many people come out and attend each year, and more locals come out each and every year, and more people from...
And walkers, too, come out.
Oh, yeah. We have a ton of walkers. It's fantastic.
Most 5Ks, the walk, they say you can run or walk, but this one, the walking part, is actually a lot of fun because of what happens on the route with all the lights and the carolers.
Yeah, and a lot of families do them together. It becomes a tradition. So you've got, 3 generations walking together. So it really works well for the young kids and the older adults. And we're not naive enough to think it's because our race is so great and that's why it's growing. We understand it's winter. There's not a lot of competition. Obviously, the Bedford Falls brings it in.
And the town of Seneca Falls.
The town of Seneca Falls. There's so many things.
And the way that, this race was your guys' idea, so ultimately it is. You recognize the fact that the movie has a Seneca Falls connection, and Kevin's a big runner, usually longer than 5Ks, but and Jeff's a big runner, and so you guys knew how to. Well, you probably learned a lot the first couple of years.
Yeah, we learned a lot.
And we stole a lot. We did. When we first started, we piggybacked off what other races do.
Absolutely.
We checked out other holiday races, and we came up with our own individual ideas. But it's all based. Really, it's the movie. So you take the movie, and people come far away. They drive from New Jersey and then they drive back to New Jersey because of the movie. They come in from the movie, but when they get here and they see the bridge and they see the houses on Cayuga Street and
they believe.
They start to believe.
They believe it's Bedford Falls.
Yeah, I don't think anybody leaves here saying, I don't think that's the real Bedford Falls. They don't. And the people on the race course, we got Rockin' with Bach at mile 1, and they're out there. It's a scene. We have an event. It's more than an event than it is a 5K. We've got Sharon Esposito on State Street doing shot skis. She got ski lined up with shots, and you talked about it. You talked to our runners and the community on the course really comes out and blows up. They start fires.
That's what changes the whole entire thing.
The year of the snow,
the
Hartwells, Mr. Hartwell, was out shoveling his section of Cayuga
road.
Street. In the road.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, so he would go out in his 10 by 10 and shovel it off, and then the runners would go by and he'd shovel more. And
It's fantastic.
people in Seneca Falls open their arms. I mean, we don't get a lot of complaints. We shut the town down for 3-4 hours before and after, and everybody opens their arms and their doors to all the visitors, and that doesn't go unnoticed, and that's one of the reasons why we continue to grow, I think.
I mean, that is really
Maybe the
one of
biggest
our
reason.
biggest feedback is the town, the community. The people on the race course are just
Much different than other 5Ks.
You know, maybe so. You know, maybe I don't really run a lot of 5Ks,
Well, it's because of
so
the
I wouldn't
Christmas
know.
aspect and the fact that I think a lot of people in Seneca Falls take pride in the fact that we are known as the inspiration for the movie, you know, of It's a Wonderful Life, and
it's dusk, and it's, you know, there's a lot of different
night race
features.
is something that's
You know,
kinda
we
different,
get a
too.
ton. Our most popular age group is probably 50 to 65. So we get a lot of couples coming in that age group, and it's a romantic scene as well. You know, I think it's a really romantic night. You got the beautiful lights on Fall Street. You got the lights on the bridge and the bells, and I think we get a lot of people traveling from a far distance because of the romance of the holidays and, you know, the night scene. And there's not a lot of night 5Ks that happen at dusk.
That's why I always hope for snow.
Yeah,
That adds to it.
Well, last year, I mean, we couldn't.
Last year was a perfect amount of snow.
We couldn't have. I mean, it literally started snowing big snowflakes at like 4:35. I mean, we couldn't have scripted it better. So
yeah,
I
and
mean,
your
it was,
video, in fact, it starts off with the Michael Bublé's playing. You know, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Right at the finish line, the first runners were coming in, and you can see the giant snowflakes coming
it
down.
was
That
fantastic.
was beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and the bridge, of course, you mentioned is also a really big thing because I think I think that's the kicker. That's the thing that really convinces people that they're actually on the same, you know, bridge as George Bailey, and they're actually in the same town as depicted in that movie. And yeah, so it is. It's fantastic. So let's get to like information that's going to be useful to people that are coming.
Sure.
So where to park and where and race day registration and where to go after.
All this stuff will be in a email that we typically send out. The long email that everyone loves.
I would say 1,000 runners love it. The rest are like, I'm not going to read this.
Well,
today.
that's okay. They don't have to read it.
Everybody to read it.
Everyone to read it. So they'll get that probably Thursday night, and it'll have everything. But key things that we do need to talk about, obviously parking. Parking's, you know, Seneca Falls, parking's allowed on the street, but there are streets that you have to avoid. I'll let Kevin talk about that. There's going to be signage. So if you see signs that say police, you know, restricted parking, do not sign there. You do not park there. You'll be ticketed and towed. We don't want to mar that.
That's not very Christmassy.
That's not very Christmassy. That's a little bah humbuggish, but we have to do that because last year there was a lot of problems with parking on, I think, Chapel Street. We were
State was the worst. But
State,
Chapel was
we
pretty bad,
weren't prepared for that.
Well, so while we're on it, I'll just talk about quick. When you come into town, you can't park on. If you can get a spot on Fall Street, great, good for you. You know, but they're going to eventually close that down probably about a half hour before the race. And you know, just like me, you come into a 5K, you're scrambling, you don't know where you're going, you don't know where to park. Check out the race course. If you're on Chapel Street, you can't park there because all of Chapel Street is part of the run. If you're on State Street, in the corner of State and Chapel, all the way down basically to the school where the bus garage is, you can't park there. We are going to have signs. So that's really going to help this year. If we had those signs up last year. Last year was the first year we had a problem with it. But because there's so many people, and our streets in Seneca Falls aren't really that wide, and we got to try and keep traffic parking off those streets. So if you come in on and you want to park on State Street, there's some roads parallel to State Street that go, you know, down, you know, that are Troy and Minders, and you know those are some good spots if you have to park on the road. Now there's plenty of parking at the high school. The course actually runs by the high school, by the athletic field. Last year we had something new. We had music going on the athletic field, and the lights are on, so it really lights up that area. But we do have a shuttle that runs from the high school. It'll take you probably 3 minutes to get down there, and that'll run. What time does that run to?
4:30 to 7. And
the bus driver will know.
Yeah.
You know, when you
They'll
park
tell
there,
you,
they'll tell you. You know, so if you want to ask. You know, they'll tell you what time they're going to do their last run, and that'll take you right down to the Gould Hotel, which is right at the finish line, right top of the hill by the finish line. And so if you are in a pinch and you're trying to find a spot to park, High school's a great spot.
Yeah.
A lot of great parking up at the high school. We've got
There's
the
a
shuttle.
map on the website. There's
This
a
is the
link.
parking map. Yeah, a lot of good spots there.
Lot of parking lots. Also,
Screenshot that on your phone.
even the school. I mean, you can walk to. It's a mile. So even if you want to park at Minders and take the shuttle in and want to spend some time downtown, we hope you do. You can walk back to the school. It's a super easy walk. I mean, kids have to walk it every day to school, so it's not far out. Don't think you're far out. All of these parking areas are really close to the rec center. So there's about 7 or 8 parking lots that are listed. I've been getting emails. I'm happy to answer any questions that you guys have. You can send them through Facebook, or you can send them through Run Sign Up. Just asking me, where I think the best parking would be. I can tell you places I think maybe a lot of people won't go. We're happy to help, but I think you're going to find enough parking. Just really try to stay away. Definitely stay away from the run course, but there are a lot of side streets further out that you can park there and walk down to the rec center and enjoy, everything that's going on downtown. It's a huge festival. If you haven't seen it, you got to really look at the events that are going on. It's fantastic. There's so many things to do. So come early, spend the day with us, and enjoy Bedford Falls. Really,
and not to we forget sometimes to mention the It's a Wonderful Life committee and the It's a Wonderful Life weekend. This is it.
We're just a part of that weekend.
It's a Wonderful Life event that people put a lot of hard work in. That committee puts a lot of hard work in.
RealBedfordFalls.com has the full festival information and full festival schedule, and it's extensive.
Yeah, it's more than this year than I've ever seen before. Yeah. So there's tons of things to do.
And it's funny that some people come into that and say, "Oh, there's a 5K."
Right.
And some people come to the 5K and say, "Oh, there's a festival."
Yeah.
So the two do coincide with each other. Yeah. We piggybacked off them 9 years ago. Both events run great and smooth, and there's a lot for everybody to do. So let's not forget, that RealBedfordFalls.com and to check out what's going on all weekend long. There's a lot of different stuff.
I think if you could do it perfectly, you come in on Friday night, you get a hotel, you spend the night, you spend all day down there, Saturday, and then you can even relax, or you come in Saturday morning, get a hotel, spend the night after.
Right.
I think that's really the best way to do it.
Yeah.
But it's
there's great options to stay too if you're thinking about it. Right downtown, the Gould is right on the race course. They're a sponsor. You got the Hampton Inn.
Yep.
Now new, Del Lago sponsored last year. They weren't up and running yet, but they've got hotel rooms and events going on out there.
Yeah, huge hotel.
Yeah. And so
so in addition,
bed and breakfasts.
Oh yeah,
they're probably booked.
They might be booked, but if not this year, for next. But our shuttles are school buses. You'll see the shuttles that go back and forth from the Minders Academy parking lot to the Gould Hotel. Those are your basic yellow school buses. The town is also going to be providing shuttles that are going to be looping from the Gould Hotel to area hotels, and also I believe Minders Academy parking lot as well. So if you want to come early, stay late, those are going to be running to, I want to say, 11 p.m., but those are white. So those are white shuttles. So just keep in mind that if you're going from the Minders to the Gould Hotel for the race, it's the yellow school buses, but there are shuttles that are going to be running a lot longer than what ours are. So please feel free to jump on those. They're no charge. And go around, and if you do stay at a hotel, there's easy ways for you to get back there.
Okay, what about if you haven't registered to run yet? Can you still register online?
You can register online till midnight tomorrow. So midnight, 11:59 tomorrow night.
On Wednesday night.
On Wednesday night, you have until 11:59.
Or the night before race day.
Right. So you get online. Just $25 and then $15 for children online.
Until
Wednesday night.
Midnight.
Then you would have to register in person Friday from 5 to 8 p.m. at the rec center and Saturday from noon to 4 p.m. But keep in mind, there is a premium to do that. It's $35 for
race
adults.
Day registration, yeah.
For race day registration.
I think we kept 15 for the kids.
I think we kept 15 for the kids, too. So that'll stay the same. But we really do recommend doing it online.
And that's something, too, that I want to point out, too, that a lot of people don't know about 5Ks. We raise that. Everybody raises at race day because we'd like everybody registered by Wednesday night.
It's nice to have a good idea.
So have an idea. You're planning a big party, Christmas holiday party. Right. You'd like to know how many people are showing up. So that's an important thing. But on race day, we don't really raise it for the kids because we believe in it being a family event.
Because that's not very Christmassy.
No,
that's not very Christmassy either.
So, and we want the kids to be involved.
Yeah, we want the kids to be involved. So we do keep that 12 and under at 15. We don't raise that. A lot of races will raise that. and Tina's going to get mad at me, but if you don't register Wednesday night by midnight, it might check to see Thursday morning before you email us or call us. The only timing sometimes leaves it open, a little window there, and it's not always officially closed at midnight. So if you wake up Thursday and you say, "Oh my gosh,
register by midnight Wednesday,"
don't call our houses, okay?
But check it out.
Just check out the registration page quick on Thursday morning. But Thursday night and Friday it'll be closed. You'll have to register Friday night or Saturday during pre-race. And
if you do that,
every year we have a couple hundred people that come down on Saturday and register, and that's fine with us. It is pricier, so if you do that, just be aware that it is going to cost you $10 more.
Yeah, and cash or check. So.
Okay, so now everybody's lined up to race, and the one thing that I know that you repeat every year is that if you're not one of the faster runners, don't get up at the start of the line.
No, we haven't heard that.
2 major problems last year. One, the parking the parking on the race course we've dealt with.
Yeah.
Now, this problem that we've had since, for anybody that's kind of new to the race, year one we had 250 runners, 400 signed up. In year two we had 400 runners and about I can't remember, 450 runners, and then we started 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, and so forth. But the last 6 years we've had a lot of problems with, and I run a lot of races like you say, Jim. Every race I go to has these exact same problems.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So this year we ordered beautiful, Tina's idea, we ordered beautiful markers that will stand on the ground. They'll be out at 8 a.m. on Saturday morning. As soon as I get up, Tina will make sure I'm putting those out.
I will, yeah.
And, really, if you don't run a 6-minute mile on a 5K, you shouldn't be on the bridge at all.
Right.
You shouldn't be
on the bridge, or even on the even leading up to the bridge.
We say this every year. Yeah. If you have kids, they really they want to toe the line because it's cool.
Right.
But last year it was on national news. We did have a local fall, but he's fast. The boy that fell last year,
he should have been up front.
Hunter Brignall should have been up front.
Right.
He's a 17-minute 5Ker, so he should have been up front. But we'd hate to see somebody young, get up front and fall. We don't want anybody to get stepped on or run over. Really, it's a safety issue. And then there's people that want to come to the race and enjoy the moment and the festivity, but they also they've been training, they want their best time.
But it's chip timing, so you don't need to be up front.
It is chip timing, but because of our right-hand turn and the amount of people that we have, unless you're kind of up front in the first few hundred people, it bogs down a little bit in the first minute or two. It does, and it'll slow you down. Half our runners don't care.
But it slows everyone down,
right?
So just keep that in mind.
Most people don't care. But we know if you're a 10-minute miler or you're a walker, we love everybody that comes. They all make the race, but just try to line up as accordingly as you can because it really makes the flow better. And a lot of we go to races from friends and I, my brother and I, and we'll at the beginning of the race we'll say our goodbyes and meet up at the end. That's kind of what you got to do. You can't stand next to each other if you don't run the same pace.
Well, plus if you are there for the fun of it. And you push back. One of the most fun parts is right as the race starts. So if you're too far up front, it's over. Now you're out on the course.
Yeah. Right.
You can kind of hang back, and as you move up and over the bridge. And
the chip timing, real quick, because you did mention that, it doesn't matter when you start the race for 95% of your runners. If you let everybody go and you're the last person across that after 7-8 minutes of flow, that's when your time officially starts.
Yeah.
So you can let it spread out a little bit. We do pull the mats up after about 10, 11 minutes because we got to get them down to that 15-minute guy that is going to finish the race really fast. Last year we had 3 of them, a real close race last year, and within 5 seconds of each other, the top 3 finishers came in the low 15s. And we do give cash prizes away. A couple of prizes, real quick. I think it's $250 or $300. Don't quote me on it. I got to check it for first place. Then it goes down maybe $150, $175 for second, and about $100, $125 for third. Then we also give a Masters Award cash away, and we give gift cards. A local fastest local female, fastest local male. So there are some awards that you want to check the awards board. We have held them at times, especially the local ones. If you're a local runner, check to see if you're the fastest local because you're going to get a gift card up to Parker's or this year 84 Fall Street, which is a great restaurant. And El Bajío, downtown, Reds, all these guys are sponsoring these downtown eateries. Make sure you visit them.
Yeah, please support them.
It doesn't really matter. You can start late, Jim, like you said.
Yep. And we do think, I do believe people don't do it on purpose. You know, some people, you know, so and it's more, especially because our age is, you know, our most popular age is like 50 to something. A lot of people are walkers. They don't know. They want to get on the bridge. They want to start on the bridge. They don't really understand what a pace even means.
A lot of first-time 5Kers.
A lot of first-time 5Kers. So, you know, just keep in mind, the faster you run, the closer to the front you got to be. And if you don't think you're going to win it, or you're not going to be in the top 10, 15 of your age group, you know, you shouldn't be on the bridge. But look for the signs. We'll have them out quite early. And if you have any questions, please ask us in registration where you think you might need to stand. We will. And again, if you are with a group, and there are different pace people in a group, please separate and go to where you need to go right before the race starts.
Okay, so if you're watching this and you're thinking, man, maybe I'll give this a shot, or you just want to get a little idea of what it's like, go to itsawonderfulrun5k.com. Watch the video from last year or any of the videos.
Yeah,
from the past
they're all
year.
great.
Fantastic.
Produced by Finger Lakes One and Jim Sinacrovi.
But it'll give you a pretty good feel of what you'd be missing if you didn't come. So, anyways, I'd wish you luck, but I know this race pretty much runs itself at this point, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yep.
No stress. No stress.
No stress this week at all.
Hell week.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. 9th annual coming up Saturday. The weather forecast looks pretty good. There might be a little snow in the air, you know, hopefully.
Okay.
But it's not going to be frigid cold. It's going to be in the low 30s, it looks like. Sunny, and then in the afternoon. I get excited. I can't wait. If you see me down there, say hello. And then next year, 10th annual, has got to be something special, right?
I've been really, I think I'm focusing more on what we're going to do.
Yeah,
we've
got some
had,
ideas.
you know, it's our 10th anniversary, but we've had a slew, when I say a slew, around 50 people that have been there all 10 years. And we're going to do something special for them next year, the John Farinis and the Scott Porters of the world.
Divya Tuareg.
And Divya Tuareg's in all 10 years?
She's been in all 8, and this would be 9
Oh,
if she
okay,
shows up.
so this year's 9. You sure about that?
I'm positive because I asked some people last year when we
I
were
saw
doing
that on the video, and I'm not 100%. I checked.
Oh,
my
you think she might have
we
been?
checked the list. We check it twice. She might be on the naughty list if she's telling you she's been in every year, because I have a list.
Wow.
Yeah, we do have a list.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's a confirmed one yet, but Divya will check
But
for
in
you.
the early years, some people ran without registering too. I think.
well, that
Well,
doesn't
if that,
count.
then they're called the Bandit.
Yeah,
and we
they're
don't.
bandits.
That they got no official proof.
No.
It's a Grinch.
Yeah.
Grinch,
Grinch
no
move. That's a
charity.
Grinch
Just
move.
like our local hero, Catherine Switzer, who everybody says is the first female to run the Boston, but she really was just the first registered female to run the
Right.
Boston.
A lot of
you know?
before her, there
So-
were women that just jumped on the course.
Yeah, but she actually registered herself,
Yeah.
and great for her. One thing before we do depart, I want to, you know, if you're a Twitter user or an Instagram or Facebook, we do like to hashtag each year a little bit differently.
Yep.
This year it'll be hashtag Wonderful Run 2017, hashtag Wonderful Run 2017. If you got pictures that you're taking, hashtag it. We'll, you know, throw it on our website at times.
Please
put it on
share.
Facebook.
The four of us, we never see the race. We never really know what's going on. We hear wonderful things. So that's why we rely on your videos, and we rely on everyone taking pictures. Social media, because
Snapchat,
that's really how we...
You should be able to add it to our story to Seneca Falls. Snapchat. And so I imagine that would be a really fun thing to look at later that night.
I gotta get
or the
Snapchat.
next morning,
Yeah.
That's
So
a new
we
thing.
rely on you guys.
It's what all the kids are using. I'm a pretty active Snapchat.
Yeah, you
I'm an
are.
Instagrammer.
You are.
I'm
well, that's another one. You
Instagram.
can use that same hashtag on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Wonderful Run.
2017.
Maybe,
Yeah. Okay. Well. Anyways, good luck, guys, and thanks
Thank
for
you.
coming in,
Thanks
and
for
thanks
having
for doing
us.
this. For it's a really great thing for the town of Seneca Falls, and I have a feeling it's going to just be another fantastic weekend.
Let's hope.
All right,
Thanks,
so
Jim.
it's a wonderful run 5k.com. Registrations online close at 11:59 Wednesday night, and then you can register on Friday night or the day of the race. But whatever you do, whether you're running or just coming down to hang around, it's truly is a wonderful weekend in Seneca Falls, and we hope to see everybody with full Christmas cheer on Friday, Saturday, Sunday in Seneca Falls, or I should say Bedford Falls.